the tackling was really sharp last night. I know you guys focused on that a couple weeks ago. Did you guys come away feeling like that was your best game tackling wise?
Yeah, I feel like we tackled well, knowing that this team likes to work out in space. And you said we've been, you kind of said it. We've been working, on weeks, and we continue to emphasize this during practices. And I feel like we did a great job during practice, kind of emphasizing tackling and doing all that stuff. Coaches do it well, leaders do it well, players, everybody. And so I feel like it showed out there on Monday.
Yeah, that can't be easy with Joe Mixon out in space, right? Hey, from a personal standpoint, you've taken this opportunity and run with it. What has this meant to you to be able to not only get the extra playing time, but then perform at such a high level?
Yeah, man. I'm obviously, it's NFL, opportunity comes, you know what I mean? You want to take advantage. So I felt like, wherever I can help, coaches felt like I was the next guy up, kind of just went out there and did my job. You know what I mean? I felt like that's all I was doing, getting the calls from the sideline. Coach was calling some great plays, and I was just out there doing my job. So it was fun to be out there with the guys.
Thank you, Tom. We'll go to Scott Patrick.
Hey, Sione, kind of following up on that, does it feel like you've proved that you can do more than just be the strong side guy in the base defense?
Yeah, man, I'm willing to, be wherever, I feel like to help out the team. You know what I'm saying? If the coaches feel like, I could be at Will, Mike, Sam, wherever it is, wherever I can help out the team, man, that's where I'm gonna line up that week and go all out. You know what I mean? So wherever the team needs me.
And, we've talked so much about the defense struggling early in the season. What do you think's been the difference these last 2 weeks?
I feel like we did a really, really great job this week communicating at practice and emphasizing the small details and things. I feel like coaches, players did a good job. I feel like at practice, man, the communication was just through the roof, and I feel like it translated to last night. And you could see everybody being on the same page, talking. Sometimes it's just two guys talking. Last night, man, we had 5, 6, 7 guys just communicating, alerting things, and I felt like just our preparation was great. And hats off to the coaches and players, man. Taking advantage of the week during the week, and when game time comes around, and it's easy out there to kind of fly around and make plays.
Thanks.
Thanks, Scott. Next up, Mary Kay Cabot.
Yeah, Sione, when we were talking to Coach Tarver a couple weeks back, he was, kind of praising you and talking about how, you're really seeing the field, and maybe the game has slowed down for you some, and it's sort of all coming together for you. Is that sort of how you're seeing this go for you right now?
For sure. I feel like when Coach Tarver and them got here, I feel like that was my first year actually really playing, and I was young in my game, had some struggles, but year 4 now, man, I feel like I know I'm a vet, a lot of stuff that I've seen. So I'm able to see the game a little slower and go out there and just play and not think too much. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mary Kay. Any additional questions for Sione? Let's go back to Scott Patrick.
Hey, Sione, Joe Woods took a lot of criticism again early in the season when you guys are struggling. Do you feel like the performances the last couple of weeks are any vindication for him?
Heck yeah, man. We had a great game plan the last 2 weeks, and especially this last week that Coach Woods and the defensive staff put together for us to go out there and play, man. I feel like he was mixing it up. We knew that this team likes to throw. They're a high-powered throwing team. Burrow's going to sit back there and throw the ball. So I felt like we were mixing it up and showing a lot of different kind of, little blurry looks for Burrow. And I feel like we got them on their heels early from all the great, the game plan that we had, and the plays that Coach Woods was calling. So once we got them on their heels, it was hard for them to recover. So, we're going to keep stacking these weeks, man, you know what I mean, and continue to improve.
And just take me through that strip sack that you had. Like, what are you seeing, and were you confident that you could reach the ball and he's stepping up?
Yeah, Coach Woods, again, did a great job, mixing it up. We had a pressure through the A gap. We kind of showed our shell look like we're showing kind of like a lot of our other coverages. And, Burrow looks like, oh, it's the same covers, and then boom, hit the A gap. I felt like, Mixon came up, tried to block me. I worked his outside. We work run, reach all the time, you know what I mean? For QB stepping in the pocket and having that ball real low right here. And so, it was just translated on the field, run, reach. And, it was my time to get a little strip sack, right? So it was awesome.
Thanks, Scott. Mary Kay Cabot, go ahead.
Yeah, Sione, with the adversity that you guys have suffered at the linebacker position this year, losing Anthony for the whole year, losing Jacob for the whole year, your timing seems to be really good with sort of, stepping up and having what seems to be like a breakout year for you. Is it gratifying for you to be able to play so well in a year when they really needed somebody to step up like that?
Man, I've been wanting to play this whole time. You know what I mean? Even one of those guys was healthy. So, you know what I mean? I'm ready when my number's called, man. I'm grateful for the opportunities. Obviously, I don't want to see my guys go down. But, definitely grateful to be out there on the field, showcase what I got, man, and help out my team any way possible.
Thanks, Mary Kay. We'll take one more, Tony Grossi.
Hey, Sione, even though you talked about how you knew they were going to throw the ball, as they do, Cincinnati does, the first 4 or 5 series, they really tried to establish Joe Mixon there, either by, just tossing little ones to him or handing off. So how were you guys able to keep your discipline on that aspect of your defense? Was it the Jamar Chase injury news during the week that kind of shifted a little bit of attention to their running game?
No, man, I feel like, like I said, during the week, we emphasize, obviously we don't discredit the run. We know, they got Mixon and they can still run the ball. Again, we were just real disciplined in our gap sound this week. And, coaches had a great game plan. Felt like the guys, we emphasized it during the week, man, to be disciplined. Pat, read, run, pass first. And I think, we read it well. We knew, a lot of the run schemes that they had. Coach Bloom does a great job with the run fit. So we emphasized it. We've seen it kind of early. And that's what I mean about the communication on the field, us linebackers and even safeties coming up in the box, just alerting, hey, alert, punch, crunch, some of the stuff that we're going to see that they kind of do in their running scheme. And I feel like we kind of knocked it out. And obviously we know that they want to throw the ball, but some of the run stuff, I felt like we did a great job kind of just fitting up.
And what's your take on why Burrow and the Bengals seem to bring out the best in the Bengals defense? You've been in a lot of those games. Most of them are wins. All of them are, really.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's one of those games, division game. I feel like it's a good rivalry. It's a division game. Obviously, we want to come out and showcase our best talents to National Football League. I feel like we just been having the best, I guess, lately. But we don't discredit those guys. We know they're a good team, and I guess we just have been having the upper hand, man. We got to keep it that way, right?